Hey, I'm back. I pushed the wrong button. Just trying to take a picture of this. There we go. We're still at the cemetery. And Ruby King, I like the name. That's why I wanted to take a picture of it. And we'll do it again. Trying not to push the wrong button this time. Ruby King died 1889, it looks like, or 1890, 1880, age 26. Look at this. Wow, there's so much writing. You guys want to? Of course we do. All right. We don't have that much time left. These are 15-minute videos, and this is the second video of the day, and we're just gonna amble around. It says Annie, wife of Joseph Polkinghorne, died August 26th, 1883, aged 27 years and 8 months. Sister, oh, this is a nun. Sister Polkinghorne was born in, oh, maybe she wasn't a nun. She's just a member of a religious congregation. Sister Polkinghorne was born in Givenir, Cornwall, England in 1856. She came to America and settled in Grass Valley, California, July 6, 1878, where she resided to the time of her death. She was converted in earlier youth or linear youth soon after something in Grass Valley. She united with her daughter and has ever since continued a membership. She died triumphant. She died triumphant after a brief illness in the blessed assured faith of the Savior, which she had embraced so early in her life, and which brings victory over death. There's something more here too that's going to be even more difficult to read. Oh boy, what is this at the top? Is this some marble peeking through? I got a little dizzy. I just got a little hypotensive. I think I need to drink more water when I stood up. All right. Okay, these look like they're just like there's nothing on them. Here's a big stone. Here's another person that died before the gold rush that was 16 years old. Albertes, son of Johnson and Mary J. Vivian, died November 11th, 1822, aged 16 years and 4 months. No kisses drop upon the cheek. Those lips are sealed to me. Dear Lord, how could I give something to any but to thee? So sad. So when I look at these, like that one in particular, when I looked at that one right there, I pictured his funeral and these people and their family and friends all standing here on that day, or a week after that day that he died, because they didn't bury people at this stage in history for a number of days. But this is 1822. This is 26 years before the gold rush or something. Yeah. So this kid is son of some of these pioneer people, and these people, this is before the gold rush, they had money to make this headstone. This is so mysterious to me. I'm trying to figure this all out, still learning about it. But I think about the funerals that took place at all of these. But when I see certain ones like that, and when it's babies or any age really, it just has something to do with when I see it, what it looks like. I imagine in my mind what this place looked like 100 years ago when these people were buried and their family and friends were here for their funeral. Gone but not forgotten. Jean Caldwell. born in 1842, died in 1906, and he was a native of Massachusetts. And this is his wife, Mary. And she's a native of Indiana. People came from all over the country, from the East Coast, to get here. This was, I think the name alone, California, means something. So these people were coming here for things, for a better life. They were coming here for a future. They were coming here for freedom. Here's the Diebels and Jennings. It's a very nice, updated, modernized headstone where this family's plot, these people, the Jennings and the Diebels, their legacy, their ancestors did this to remember the people that are buried here, whose headstones have eroded. S. Carey, wife of W.H. Jennings. She died in September of 1876. She was 37. And her legacy, these people preserved this. How you guys doing? It's me right here. I really like this. I could do this all day, but we're not going to. But we may come back. Richard Penhall, 1876. Also very young, only 19. Wow, I've never seen this one. I haven't been this far over here. Look at this. Okay, so, you know, this looks like there's vampires here, right? Or werewolves out there in the woods. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening here, is that they didn't want... There was such a big problem with wild animals here. None of these houses were here, obviously, when all of this was happening. They buried these bodies. The downtown is that way, about not even a mile. But this was the edge of what was they were considering town at that point. And it still kind of is the edge of town. But at that point, they were burying these bodies here with a purpose, that they were far away from where everyone was living, right? But they had to take the good with the bad. You know, they create the cemetery and they put it far away from where everybody lives. But then now they're dealing with these packs of wolves. That is, the night after they bury people, the wolves, they sense and they can detect that there's fresh earth, so they just start digging. And that was what was happening. And these people weren't being embalmed. That's another thing that I should tell you. Part of the reason why the wolves were doing this is that this was pre-embalming, pre-mortician, or the very beginning of the mortician sciences. And so these bodies smelled like rotting flesh. And yeah, there you go. So there were packs of wolves, like I'm talking serious, 20, 30, 40 wolves in a pack. And they would kill people at night when you would go out to go to the bathroom. You would hear a disturbance in the back of your property at the barn. And you go out there to find out what it is, because you hear the chickens and the pigs, and you get ambushed by 20 wolves. So they're like setting a trap for you on purpose, because they're wolves. They're dogs. They're just as smart as the dog, or smarter, that lives with you in your house. So they know how by this time they knew how people worked, man. So they were eating people here. Yeah. This is awesome. So they put up like an iron fence. It looks so cool. It's absolutely beautiful. I think this place is beautiful. It's one of the oddest, if not the oddest cemetery I've ever seen in my life. It's very odd, very unusual. Look at this, is a big, I mean, there's not, it's just, you can see what we're looking at here. We'll walk this way. We have a few more minutes. Here's some flowers. Then there were the grave robber problems, the criminals, because there was a problem here with crime, obviously, because there was a tremendous amount of wealth. So there was a lot of money here in this isolated, weird spot that not very many people knew about and that you could die trying to get to at this time. You risked your life and your entire life, life's savings to get here. Oh, look at how old this tree is. So see the top of this redwood right here? See that? It's like that because it's been struck with lightning. Lightning has struck that tree before. So yeah, they risk everything to get here. Many of them found tremendous wealth when they got here, and that attracted more people that also wanted wealth. And some of those people were unsuccessful at obtaining wealth and finding gold or finding some sort of worthwhile profession where they could set up shop, and instead they turned to criminal enterprises. And so there were robberies here, there were gunfights and shootouts and disputes, and most of it was over money, and sometimes women. Can you see those two? And yeah, that's it. Real Wild West stuff. Real Wild West stuff. So as we move, we're kind of flying through here because the video is almost over, but I'll just tell you, if we do more videos here, it'll be in the other portion of the cemetery that we're coming up on right now, which is a new portion that you can tell came after a ton of the wealth hit. So this is the oldest part of the cemetery that we were just at. And then now over here is the newer part with a higher level of wealth. Everyone's plot, just about everyone's plot, is buried and covered with either cement or stone or hard earth with stone underneath it or cement underneath it, all to protect from grave robbers and wolves. See that direction? It's just woods. The further you go in that direction, the higher the mountains get, and you arrive in Lake Tahoe. This direction will take you to Donner Pass, to where the people got stuck and had to eat each other. It's not very far, about 45-minute drive. And then past that is Reno in the state of Nevada. But the state of Nevada is real close in both these directions. Very short, like an hour drive. We're on the eastern border, the most mountainous portion, or one, oh, not the most. Anyway, it's just a mountainous, secluded kind of area of Northern California where we're at. Clinch. Yeah. So I use the word a lot in these videos. I'll use it again as opulence. There is tremendous opulence here. These families, most likely, if not positive, assuredly, definitely, these are families that had great money and big houses, like big Victorian homes. All right, video's over.